What would you do if those closest to you betrayed you? Tonight, on Voice of Bible, we follow Joseph, a young man blessed with dreams, yet sold by his own brothers. A story of patience, faith, and forgiveness that shows how God's plan unfolds even through the hardest trials. Before we begin, subscribe to Voice of Bible and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that will strengthen your faith and inspire your heart. In the land of Canaan, where flocks grazed and the sun painted the hills golden, a young man walked with a heart full of dreams. His name was Joseph, the beloved son of Jacob, blessed with visions that reached beyond the horizon. Joseph was unlike his brothers, favored by his father and gifted with insight from God. He wore a coat of many colors, a symbol of love and promise. But blessings often attract envy, and where there is favor, there may also be jealousy. Joseph's brothers watched him with growing resentment. Each glance, each word, each whisper in the field deepened a silent storm of bitterness. "Look at him," one brother muttered, his voice sharp with envy. "Father loves him more than all of us. He dreams that one day we will bow to him." Joseph, unaware of the seeds of anger he had sown, spoke of his dreams with innocence. "I dreamt that the sun, moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." His words, meant to share God's revelation, only fueled their jealousy. The brothers' envy grew into anger, and soon their hearts plotted a terrible betrayal. One day, as Joseph approached them in the fields, they seized him. "Here comes the dreamer," they sneered. They debated what to do, their minds clouded with anger and pride. Some suggested they kill him, but Reuben, the eldest, pleaded, "Do not take his life. Let's throw him into this pit, but do not shed blood." And so Joseph was cast into a pit, alone and frightened. Darkness surrounded him, yet even in that moment, he did not lose hope. God had not abandoned him. As they sat around the pit, merchants passed by. Judah, seeing an opportunity, said, "Why don't we sell him to these traders?" And for 20 pieces of silver, Joseph was sold. The brothers took his coat of many colors, dipped it in goat's blood, and presented it to their father. Jacob's heart broke as he mourned, believing his beloved son was gone forever. Meanwhile, Joseph was taken to Egypt, a land of strangers, a place of trials, but also a place where God's plan would unfold. Though sold and far from home, Joseph did not despair. He trusted in God's plan, knowing that trials often lead to purpose. He remembered the words of his father and the promises of God. In Egypt, Joseph's journey would test his patience, strengthen his faith, and teach him forgiveness. Every challenge, every trial, and every hardship was shaping him into the man God intended him to become. The story of Joseph's early life reminds us that life may bring betrayal and hardship. Friends or even family may fail us, but God's plan is never thwarted. Patience allows us to endure, faith keeps our hearts steady, and forgiveness sets us free from the chains of resentment. Joseph's journey teaches that God's providence is often hidden in the trials we face. What seems like misfortune may in fact be the beginning of his greater purpose. Let Joseph's life inspire you today. When life brings challenges, when trust is broken, and when darkness surrounds you, remember that God sees, God guides, and God redeems. The story of Joseph's early life is not just about a young man sold by his brothers. It is about a God who is always faithful, a promise that cannot be broken, and a life transformed through patience, faith, and forgiveness. This is the story of Joseph, the dreamer, the faithful servant of God, and the power of God's providence.